Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to highlight a few things about this Rebels and Darth Nihilus team that Myth and Deer and I have been testing out. Cubs Fan Han just did a video with counters to the Revan teams, and the first team he shows is the team that we're running. It's CLS, Radhan, Chewbacca, Thrawn, and Darth Nihilus. And there are two reasons that this team works. One, if you have the first four characters, the Rebels and Thrawn, you can control the Revan team. That last slot being occupied by Darth Nihilus, normally people are going to put a tank in there. But going up against a Revan who can ignore taunt, he's usually going to be going fastest, and he's going to open up with direct focus, and he will randomly gun down somebody on your team. And unless they're super tanky, they're going to die. So a standard Rebels team can win, but it's very RNG dependent. You pretty much have to have Chewbacca and Thrawn survive. So if they're marked at the beginning, there's a very good chance that you should just forfeit the match because they're not going to make it through. And once if Thrawn dies initially or Chewbacca goes away, CLS and Radhan can get critically hit. They don't get the healing from Chewbacca's assists and his AoE. Things just go really bad. And then the reason that you have Darth Nihilus in there, the mechanism driving the entire thing, is that the game seems to have a hard-coded mark on both Traya and Darth Nihilus. We've been testing this team out for a really long time. I say really long time, a couple of days, but we've done a ton of battles, and every single time you throw in either Traya or Darth Nihilus into the mix, they're going to get marked and they're going to have the direct focus attack put on them to start the match. So ideally with this team, if you have a 7-star Gear 12 Traya, you can use her because I'm hearing that she's tanky enough to survive most of the opening salvos. If she survives, you have a chance to use her isolate mechanic if you can get it off cooldown. But if not, Saber Storm is very effective. It hits through foresight. She throws around some debuffs, which might get resisted, which will fuel turn meter under CLS lead. But the reason that we're using Darth Nihilus is that neither Myth nor myself have a Gear 12 Traya. We're still on 6 stars. And Darth Nihilus is tanky enough to survive most of the opening salvos from the Jedi and take a couple of additional hits. Beyond that, if you have his unique Zated during an enemy turn, or rather, sorry, I had that wrong, during his turn, he's going to throw out a debuff on a Jedi, which will probably be debuffed, so it's going to give you more turn meter gain under Zeta CLS lead. And beyond that, he's got a Dispel on his basics, so if he happens to get a chance, GK will probably be taunting, and you can just knock that taunt off and go to work on Grandmaster Yoda. So, let me see if I've got our guy Veer here available to hit. So I get a lot of complaints on the videos about how these Revan teams suck because they have no speed. Veer has an offense set on here, and he's still getting 282 speed. That is not too bad. Over 3,000 damage. I know before we figured this out, his Revan was just cutting people's heads off. And he still does. He's just, taking that turn less in front of your entire team. That's what gets me, is that people complaining that the Revan speeds aren't fast enough. Well, they're still going first, and the purpose of this team is to let them go first, knowing they're going to kill a character that you're not relying on. Let's see what else he has. We've got Oh, his Ezra hits really hard. And he's still got okay speed there. 99 additional speed on a crit chance, crit damage set is not too shabby. GMY 279, so he's actually slowed him down, I think, to go after and let him, yeah. He's got offense there. He might not have a fast enough crit damage triangle. And now something else that people are sleeping on is how good Bastila is. He's got her going at 250, which is really fast. He's got her loaded up with potency. She does a fair bit of damage. Bastila, when she's... I usually get to her later in the match. She hits really hard, and her rally, if it's down to her and Ezra or her and another attacker, that can really turn the tide of a battle. So through our testing, we're finding a well-modded Bastila can actually be a very important piece to these Revan teams. And then his GK, I'm pretty sure he would be tougher if he could find more speed for Kenobi. Yeah, he's running a slow Kenobi. I think he's just out of mods. I mean, he's got good speed there, but he can't run. He doesn't have the speed set there. So let's go in here. Show you what we've got. I've messed around with my mods a little bit to get a certain turn order. I've got 295 on CLS, the crit damage triangle, potency cross. Chewie I remodded this morning. Okay, I still have speed arrow on him. 4,600 damage. Gonna see how that works. Raidhan, I've got this sneaky little high damage arrow with really good speed secondary on it. He's going slow though. 3,700 damage. Oh. Let's do Thrawn. I think I have just whatever will get him fast. 292 speed. So he's going just after CLS. And then this bad boy. I've got loads of health and protection. Don't care about anything else except for that armor. 43%. And crit avoidance. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's stun Yoda. Oh, look. They marked Darth Nihilus. Okay, we want to do call to action. It'll proc Chewie to put tenacity down. So then we have a better chance at landing. Buff immunity. Look. We can fracture Yoda. Oh, no. Yep. Bastila goes to rally Yoda, as usual. And let's tap him down. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Let's go back to work. Let's get rid of GK. Oh no. Not Darth Nihilus. Let's go. Give Han another turn. Okay, GK's dead. Now... Okay, here I think Bastila is the more important character to take out. Stun her. Oh, didn't land. Well, if we have Fracture, let's do that. She did. Let's get some heal that we don't need. Why not? I mean, do you guys get it now? You just walk through this team. It happens like that every single time because the game will go after Darth Nihilus, who you don't need for any reason. Um, there's a lot of teams that you could put together that will win as long as one or two characters aren't taken out, and unless those characters are Traya or Nihilus, you don't. I haven't found a way to control that. Revan ignores taunt, so a typical pre-taunter doesn't work. And I know a lot of people post videos using Enfys Nest as the virtual tank here, and I do think that works under a Zeta Maul lead or the Sing Bounty Hunters lead, where everybody's under stealth. However, if you don't have those, which are difficult to obtain, well, I don't have Zeta Maul. Most people can get that if they want, but it's kind of boring to run, and I doubt anybody has Aura geared up. I've put Nest in, and she's gotten marked before, and she's also not been marked at the beginning of battle, so I don't know what to say. You can bring Trey or Nihilus in and have them eat that opening salvo. If they're tanky enough, they'll take all those marked attacks plus a couple specials, and then you get to fracture Grandmaster Yoda with some of the other team's specials on cooldown. From then on, it's mostly just a typical CLS battle where you're dishing out turn meter reduction, defense down. You've got a bunch of stuns on the team, and you can usually get fracture out twice in a battle if Grand Admiral Thrawn is tanky enough. So I hope that kind of helps you understand why this is a thing. It's kind of broken, but it's a fun tool. It's definitely some cheese. You shouldn't be able to just walk through a Revan team like that. But for those of you who are having trouble and you have those characters available to you, try it out.